Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today in Europe. I'm Tom McKenzie with Caroline Hepka. We're joined by Bloomberg's Kit Rees to walk through some of the names on the move. It's been a rough open, as we've been talking about, for the CAC 40 over in France, particularly the banking sector under pressure, seeing some pretty sizable declines from the likes of BNP Paribas. Kit, talk us through who are the biggest losers right now.
Yes, so it's those banking stocks really that are seeing another day of pressure after the Prime Minister, François Bayrou, called a confidence vote. So banks like SocGen, BNP Paribas down over 6%. Construction firm Eiffage also down heavily. So the banking sector includes stocks which are most sensitive to the domestic economy. So we're seeing a lot of political uncertainty now, which isn't great for markets. People don't really like that. There's lots of questions over the budget and spending. And this is really interesting because the CAC 40, France's benchmark, has underperformed peers this year. It's up only 4.3% versus the STOXX 600's over 9% gain. There's been a lot of optimism over European stocks given infrastructure and defence spending pledges, but French stocks have really missed out. So the political jitters are just adding to this. We've seen losses for luxury stocks like LVMH, huge stocks, also losses for autos on tariff worries. So this is all the political worries are now just blending into all of this sort of negativity that we've seen.
Yeah, although interestingly, I think French bonds actually quite appealing to some investors, such as Japanese investors, because they pay such a significant premium over Japanese bonds and other bonds across Europe. So we're seeing that as a continued story too, when you think about French bonds also moving in response and reaction to these concerns around the French budget. Let's also think about another individual stock, though. Moves for British American Tobacco as a senior member of the team moves on.
Yes, so its CFO, Soraya Benchikh, is stepping down. She has only been in the role over a year. She returned to BAT in 2024 from Diageo. And looking at the release, there wasn't really any reason given. So the shares are down slightly. They've been on a really big rally. Ahead of this announcement, they were up about 50%. So there's probably a bit of an element of disappointment and profit taking today. But overall, the company is going through its turnaround. It's reported recently a strong performance in the US, strong demand for smokeless products like Velo nicotine patches. So this is perhaps a little bit of a blip, and we'll have to see, who will replace her going forward.
Okay, another company in focus is Bunzl, which supplies a range of non-food consumable products for customers, according to the detail that I have here. Talk us through what's happening with Bunzl today.
Yes, so its shares are up strongly after it gave an update. The main positive reason seems to be that it reiterated its 2025 outlook and resumed a share buyback. So this is a stock which gave a profit warning back in April, and it saw a huge drop in its shares. So there's probably an element of a relief that we're not getting a repeat of this. The US is its largest business. It's seen a difficult trading backdrop there, but there's hope that it's going to see an improvement in the second half of the year. So now investors will probably be watching to see if it will deliver on this and whether the shares can climb back after the big losses early in the year.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.